Oh, coffee, welcome back, welcome back. Hey, welcome to my Tech Cave for affiliate marketers. Today we're going to cover off about Google Page Experience and specifically how it's going to affect your rankings very soon, because they're changing the whole algorithm and they change it towards something called Page Experience, which is great. It's basically about your site being great for your visitors. Now, one of the problems with affiliate marketing websites is sometimes they may not be the best quality sites because you're just trying to sell products. And I get that 100%. But Google wants to see the best for its clients. So if you don't want your ranking to drop and you want it to go up, you're gonna have to understand the Google Page Experience. It was supposed to come out in May this year, but fortunately, they pushed it off till June. So it gives us one extra month. But in Google Webmasters right now, or basically in your Google console, it actually is showing you all the information. And you might have seen a massive drop, and I'll show you in a minute about what's actually happened. And that's what this video is about today, is what is all that drop about? And specifically, wait till the very end of this video and I'll show you how you can improve your speeds by 20 to 30% by doing one simple thing. So, are you ready? Are you ready to get started? Do we need another coffee? Yay! Let's get going. Are you ready? Let's do it. So Google Page Experience is not something really brand new. It's something that's been around for a while. But basically Google is giving it a brand new branding so that it's basically clear about what their focus is. It's about the page experience, about each page basically giving users a great experience. So you're probably pretty aware of mobile friendly, the safe browsing, HTTPS, all these core things that Google have had for a while. You may not have been aware of the no intrusive instantials. I'm English, but I cannot pronounce that word. But basically it means, in simple terms, no badass ads. Interstitials. It's basically ads that are sandwiched in between your content. And sometimes these can be obstructive. And basically that was there all along. It's been there for quite a while now. But what Google has wanted to do is encapsulate page speed and all its different things into a core single focus point. So what it's done recently is now brought in basically the three new core web vitals. So you've got the loading, interactive, and visual stability, which is basically the three core elements are LCP, more acronyms, FID, CLS, oh my goodness. Sorry guys, I didn't create this, but basically what we've got is the largest contentful paint. Basically the biggest chunk of information, the visual elements that get put onto your screen and is displayed to the user so that they can basically start seeing what's going on about the page. That's what LCP is. The FID basically is all about the interactivity. And it's basically the delay that it takes for your page to become active. This is often to do with your JavaScript, which is the coding that's actually interwoven into your page. You have CSS and you have JavaScript. So basically, those JavaScript elements sometimes are not immediately fast because they can take time to download. So how quick is interactive? That's what the FID is. Now, if you're on GTMETRIX, they have basically a different name for that. And they're actually calling it TBT. The reason for this is the total blocking time. The reason for this is that FID is about raw data, and it's about cumulative data over a period of time, where GTMETRIX is a testing tool of a snapshot today. So it can't actually do FID, so it can just simulate it. So what GTMETRIX has done, which is the tool of choice for speed benchmarking, by the way, and basically they've created a simulation, and they call it TBT. Okay, the CLS basically is the content layout shift. That basically means when a page loads, does it jump around? Does it sort of like jump up and jump down? You know, what does happen? You've probably seen that on some pretty interesting websites where you get like a little bit of shifting of styles. That's to do with CSS usually. And basically it's how the CSS is loaded, which is the formatting code, which formats your web page into the way it looks in the browser. So does it shift around? And you want a very, very low amount of shifting. So Google has now put that in as a core criteria. Now, if you've got certain old websites, your CSS might be all over the place. So you could have some problems with CLS issues. And to be honest, they're not easy to fix. But anyhow, let's see how we get on with some of these things. Now, the great thing about Google now is they've actually give you a bit of a span, a little bit of playroom. It's not like on or off. It's basically, okay, LCP, it's good if it's 2.5 seconds or less. Great. But if it needs improvement, then it's above 2.5 seconds. If you're 4 seconds or above, it's poor, guys. Sorry. Out of the ball game. You're not going to cut the cookie with Google on basic LCP if you're over 4 seconds. So that's your largest content paid, your biggest chunk of stuff. And often if you basically do a big banner image and it's big, it's going to take a long time to load. So you might have to look at redesigning some of your page elements. You've got sliders up there. Bye-bye sliders. Get rid of them. They died 5 years ago. So a little bit of redesign over the next few months might be important as you actually review your scores. FID, your input delay, same sort of thing. They're giving you some tolerance, which is great. CLS, again, a little bit of tolerance. If you want to find out a bit more about that, do some bit of heavy reading, go to the webdev/vitals page. Let's do a quick jump to GTMETRIX because basically Google's speed tool is okay-ish to good-ish, but it's not a tool for benchmarking. GTMETRIX is a brilliant benchmarking tool. I recommend it because you can do monitoring in multiple cities around the world, multiple locations. You can actually basically compare reports. You keep a history reports. You just can register for free. So it's a great, great tool. The guys at GTMETRIX are wonderful guys, and they built this tool, and it's rock solid tool. And it's now working with all the web vitals, which you can see up here. So there's your LCP, TBT, as you know, they've changed the name, and CLS. So basically you've got those in there which you can basically relate to directly back to the Google Analytics and the Google Webmaster Tools. Coffee, yay. Now, I always like to look at Google when they produce these tools and all this new stuff. I'm a bad boy. It's like, how well do they rank against their own tools? And I think I'm not the only one. Now, mobile, 68. Not very good in terms of what you think, but do you know what? A lot of my clients that I've had recently, 6, 7, 9, 2. So 68 is pretty good on mobile. You're going to struggle with mobile, guys, for your affiliate marketing sites. You're just going to do it. You're going to have to rethink your themes for WordPress and your structure. You're going to have to start doing that. I'll cover that in a future video. But for now, you see Google's got a 68 on mobile. I think it's 99% on desktop. Now we're coming to the actual details of the Pagespeed Insights. You can see here the Google Core Web Vitals sitting at the top with a little flag. So we've got 3 items sitting here. First input delay, LCP, CLS. You sort of get used to these acronyms after a while. It took me a while. Okay, let's jump into Google Search Console. If you are not got your websites in Search Console, you're missing out on a massive piece of information. It used to be called Webmasters, Webmaster Tools, but if you've not got your site in, it's all free. If you've not got your sites in here, you're missing out Google's view of your site. It's crucial. You must do this. It's number one. You've got to do that. So you'll notice down on the left-hand side here now, we've basically got page experience and we've got core web vitals. So that information now has been embedded in here. And recently you're going to see some sad things happen to your Webmaster Tools. And I've had a lot of clients contact me saying, "What's happening, David?" And crying. Not quite. But can you see the crossover point in the middle? This is one of my recent clients and they contacted me. The website went dead on organic traffic. So this is not supposed to be live yet, but I don't know why the website went dead. It came back later. So maybe they're doing some testing or something. I'm not sure. But you can see now in here the mobile view and at the bottom the desktop. So right now, on basically last week, they had a great site. It was like great, it was wonderful. And then a day later it's dead. 72 poor URLs. Like, what happened? How could that happen in such a short period of time? Well, welcome to change, guys. What can we say? Welcome, the world of IT. So 119, you can see the white to the red. Oh my goodness. I'm loving it at the moment. All my clients are contacting me, except I'm too busy and I want to do videos. But there we go. Your sites are probably going to look like that. Don't cry too much, yeah? It will change. This is what happened to one of my clients here. The traffic just deadlined. And it did come back, which was like, we did do something called implement a CDN, and we did do some changes on the site, so we did do something. Check out this video here about CDNs and why they're very good value, and why you should probably not use a free CDN, or when you should use a free CDN, when not. So check out that video up there. I'm going to give you a quick demo now, which is basically from a client site. I'm going to show you how to migrate an existing WordPress site and copy it across to Cloudways in a very, very short period of time. And the particular website I'm using, particularly server, the VPS I'm using, virtual private server, check out that video about VPSs. Basically, it's $10 a month. So how cool is that? You know, it's really amazing, and it's a low spec server, but you're going to see from this quick demo I'm going to show you how on a low spec server we can improve a client's site 20, 30, 40% on basically just upgrading the server. Now this client has already got a pretty good server. They're already running on a VPS, and it's already running in London. So I'm going to create a brand new VPS in London and actually clone it across. So let's do that now, and basically let's have a look at the speed metrics between the start and the finish. Cool, let's do it. Whew. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's create a VPS server first of all. I did one earlier on, but let me just show you how to do it. And basically, we're just going to choose WordPress. So it's already pre-installed, all set up. Give it a name. Let's give it a name here. Yep, test. I'm good at typos. Okay, let's call it test 2 because the other one was test. Okay, I'm just going to do 1 gigabyte and basically store it in London. Off we go. Now the great thing with Cloudways, it comes with a built-in plugin that you can just basically plug into WordPress and you can do the migration. It takes around about 45 minutes for an average site. And you know, if you've got a massive site, of course it's going to take a lot longer. So once your site is installed, you just need to pick up the credentials. You need to create a few things like FTP user, and we just use test user here, and we'll add that in here. And that allows you to actually file transfer or connect with things like the plugin. Okay, it's going away, it's chugging away to do that, and basically we now can basically plug in all the different credentials into the plugin. Okay, so we add the URL, get rid of that bit. We need the actual IP address. It's not the IP address, there's the IP address. There's the IP address. Okay, we need the database name, nice secure database name there. Very difficult to fake. Okay, put in the FTP user and basically the password, and you can just click the fields. As you can see, this is really cool, and basically it's pretty easy. No, click on migrate and off it runs. So let's put a clock on that. Let's say 45 minutes and see how it goes, and we'll come back pretty soon. Coffee time, yay. Woohoo! Okay, 11 minutes to go. We got 60% overall migration. So we're not going to meet the 45 minutes in this one. Let's have a look now at the comparison, basically between the original site and the clone site. And what we'll see is that there is a big difference. And let's plug in the new URL here that we pick up from Cloudways. We're going to choose London, of course, as our testing location. That's important because that's where our server is, and that's where the other server is located. We'll run the test. And right away we can see we basically got a grade C. And it's not a super grade, 77%, 52%, but this is just a pure migration. We've not done anything else. We've just taken the existing site, migrated it to a brand new server. That's all we've done. Let's plug in now the actual original report and do a comparison. And here we go. Wow. So we've gone from an F to a C. Well, okay, grades are not everything, but as we can see here, we've gone from 48% performance to 77%. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Are you happy with that? I think you'd be happy with that too. And it's gone in its structure only a little. We haven't improved the structure a lot, but the performance is massive. Now the structure is really about your web page, the content. That's not changed. All we've changed is basically the engine. So that will affect the performance. So the performance has gone up. Yahoo! That's what we want. Now notice what's happening to our largest contentful page, Paint. You can see that right away. We've saved 1.3 seconds just by moving servers. I'm impressed. I'm not sure if you are, but I'm impressed. I was impressed by that. And you know, I've done this for my own client, and I use this as a benchmark to show this particular client what will happen if you change the servers. So I hope you got a lot out of that today, and you basically now understand what Google Page Experience is, and one way to actually fix your problems very quickly by migrating your servers with a simple solution. Check out for the part 2 of this video, which is up here, which is about a tool that you can load on your websites, which basically doesn't involve any migration, but that will also improve your scores without doing too much work. So check out that video now, and I'm sure you'll get a lot out of it. So thank you very much again today, and I'll catch you again in the next video.